Good morning, afternoon, evening. Good time zone. Welcome to the stream. Today we are going to be playing NIKKE. we're going to be finishing off the NIKKE's Recoil event and the hard mode scene. Then we're going to be doing the Bond story and favorite items for Moran and Tove. If we have extra time afterwards and it doesn't take as long as I think it will, then we'll also be doing the lost sectors for the new chapters, but we'll see. Going to be cutting it off around like the 3-hour mark today since obligations. It's gonna be a slightly shorter, I say, when 3 hours is supposed to be the usual. We just tend to go to 4 hours. In terms of updates for this week, tomorrow we're going to be doing something with Dima. We don't know what yet. Then next week, we're going to be continuing the Pokemon Quetzal Nuzlocke with Madara on Tuesday. The rest of the week I don't know yet. And currently there is a D&D adventure in the works. Trying to confirm what day we're going to be doing that. The plans for now is having Tella as a dungeon master, for those who know Tella. For those who don't, he is a fellow VTuber. He's a cowboy gunslinger. Then the other players besides me would be NIKKE, Dima, and Jemmy. I'm the one who has no D&D experience. I'm just being dragged into this, so we'll see what happens. The rest of them, I think, have at least a game or two under their belt. They have some experience. I guess they call it a campaign, don't they? Yeah, they have a campaign under their belt. Let's see here. Anything else I should be mentioning? Nothing comes to mind currently. We're going to be going into this screen. Open up that audio. There we go. Okay, the last time we left off from NIKKE, we caught the person running the Adoption Institute in the event, and hopefully the children get to be normal children now since they're free from that lifestyle. At least that's a hope. Patch notes, as they say, I hope the twins get adopted and actually get to have a happy family life. They deserve after everything they've been through. Before we get into things, the usual open up the molds, do the friendship polls. Hi, Trina. I'll take that. Gives a bit of time for people to trickle in. Not the advisor, we're doing that later. Four more to go. Those who are curious, Trina is more or less a PvP unit, not really meant for campaign or boss fights, but she is useful if you have OG Scarlet on your team, in your roster somewhere. EH's banner launched last night, so that update happened. In terms of Enter Heaven, which is her event, we'll be doing that next week once the hard mode scene is out, I believe. Since this Friday it's being taken up, it should be next Friday, unless someone wants to take up my Friday next week as well. We'll figure it out. But EH is gonna be next week. I do like EH. Just as a character, I like her, so I'm contemplating whether I should pull her or not. It'll be based off of her rating. I have 5 temples in here. There are 3 in here. Let's rip these open. Need to keep an eye on my audio capture. It's currently slightly lower than usual, but it should be fine. It should be fine. Okay. We're all good. Okay, the polls today are very blasé. Today's not a polling day. Good to know. We'll be saving those standard tickets then. And let us know. I did that. Might as well finish on my dailies while we're here. I didn't do anything besides introspection. Wrap those up real quick while I am chilling, while I'm yapping. The only topic I can really think of right now, I'm in a very lazy mood. I woke up earlier, like 2 hours ago, and I woke up lazy. Today's just a laid-back day for me. NIKKE be doing most of the work for me, I just get to read stuff today. An exciting thing happening for me is this weekend, I'm going over to a few friends' place. I was trying to think of which word to use. I'm going over to a friend's place over the weekend. They live near the college dorms that I used to go to, because they're finishing up their stuff still there. So I get to hang out with them. Excited for that. I just realized I activated a 3v3 fight. I was not trying to do that, but I guess we won. I like chilling at a Diamond 5. I did not want to poke someone. Oops. Oh well. I gotta get my ass handed to in a moment. Yeah, the last time I heard from them, they were planning to get me shit-faced drunk, but sometime between saying that and now, they gave themselves alcohol PTSD because they drank too much. So maybe I don't need to do that. I should be safe. I wouldn't know, because for our college, the term should be wrapping up soon. It should be like week 8 or 9 at this point. Then for other universities and colleges, it just started their term. I wonder how everyone's terms are going. Hopefully things are going well academically for everyone in chat. College and universities can be very stressful. Especially in the higher level courses and the older you get in terms of your degree. You don't really have much downtime. You're just constantly on the grind. You're constantly stressed. Have to do projects, homework, group work. Think about job applications at some point. The whole entire swingding. It's a stressful time of life. At least soon, we're currently stuck, so ignoring that. Last time I did Simulation Room, last 4 times I did Simulation Room, NIKKE crashed, so we'll see if it crashes again today. It tends to crash more when I'm not focused in on the game, but it's also crashed when I was just focused on the game, so we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Going back to the college topic while I'm just thinking about it. It really depends on what major you're focusing in, but at least for me in the engineering sphere of things, you don't really get a break throughout the whole entire curriculum. You get to choose your own course path, like what you do each term, but it's really strict. There isn't much wiggle room for down terms because there's so many requirements you need to hit. I feel like a lot of majors are like that. So people say it should be more relaxing or more lenient because you get to make your own schedule, but it really isn't like that. People lie to you when you go into college at first. Try to make you feel better, try to make you feel prepared for it when you really aren't. Nothing can really prepare you for the shift between high school and the first year of college, unless your high school is really rigorous and is similar to, I would say, like Asian high schools where they do entrance exams, where they wring you dry until you are shriveled up and dying mentally and physically. It's a pattern I noticed across different nations is Asian high schools tend to be a lot stricter and a lot harder than other nations in terms of academics. So the students try really hard during high school, then once they enter college, a lot of them feel like they can relax a bit. So it's kind of the opposite of America, I guess, where K through 12 is very lax. That's not good academically. Then college hits you in the face with life. Another pattern that's noticeable academically as well, with Asian versus American academics at least. A lot of Asian students who go international with their university or college choice, either it's because of the major they're trying to pursue, it's not available, at least not in the best capacity where they are, or they're trying to go into a college where they can relax a bit. Because something I noticed as being a tutor and a TA is there's a very lopsided demographic with Asians. Where either they're the super smart kids getting straight A's, acing every single test, or they're the ones that are lagging behind and failing. Either that or they don't understand the material as well as other people. And that can be anything from language barrier to how their brain processes information to just being a bit slow compared to other people. Like, there's no in-between with the Asian students. The in-between is every other nationality and ethnicity. One thing Asian people are known for are being super smart, and that's reflected in their own university and colleges. But it puts a lot of pressure on those who are lagging behind, and people are expecting them to be smart. It puts a lot of people down, and I've seen a lot of people be depressed over it because of that. Depression is the #1 enemy of academics, aside from, I'd say, just anxiety. Depression and anxiety are the #1 and 2 enemies of academics. The anxiety, how that plays in is social life and just attending classes, interacting with people, group work, presentations, that type of stuff. If you have anxiety in any way, social anxiety specifically, then that's going to be really hard for you. If you have anxiety in general when going through academics, then you're going to be anxious about assignments, you're going to be anxious about deadlines. It's going to be hell. And the thing with anxiety, it leads to depression if it's over time and severe. Now, if you're depressed when you're going through college, oh boy, you're going to be suffering. That's why there's so many resources in colleges. They say they're free resources, but you pay for it in your tuition. So is it really free? But there's like, at least the college I went to, they offered quote-unquote free therapy than other mental health resources. Because if you are depressed and going through academics, you don't have motivation for one, or at least most of the times you don't. And you're trying to do that while facing deadlines, you have self-esteem issues, you don't feel like you're doing the best you can. It really tears you down. Especially if you start seeing grades slip. That is the death sentence equivalent. Because that's when it feels like everything's crumbling around you. So it's really important to keep up with mental health when going through college level, university level academics, or just academics in general. Having a support system helps a lot. And I know I used Asian people as an example, but this applies to everyone. Anyone who is pursuing academics. Or anything in life. I don't know how this turned into like a pep talk of mental health, but here we are. Okay, so dailies are done. We are going to be jumping into the event now. We have one scene to see in here, the hard mode scene. Shouldn't take that long. I'm hoping for good things for the twins. Okay, for those who, for some reason, have not yet done the event, obviously, spoiler warnings, this is the last scene of the event. Advertising years otherwise. But for those who have seen it, welcome. Open for business. We still have to send the 3 Lycurse Recoil people back to their world. So I don't know how much we can pack into this scene. Oh, here we go. And they're all playing together. That's cute. The dice makes a clattering sound as they roll. 12 double. Tables turned. I've still got a chance. Let's go. 3. That's my turf. Pay up. Are they playing Monopoly? They are. No, this is definitely Monopoly. Oh, by the way, it sounds like we'll be going home tomorrow. They said they're gonna wake up that gatekeeper thing. Right? Yeah, that's right. I like how I just have a hand of properties. What? Alrighty. That's a shame. I was hoping we get to see Jane before you left, but it seems like we won't. Yeah, since we don't know when she'll be able to drop by. Tell her I said hi. Okay, this is your cue to show up. Sure. Jane and Rain need to show up before they leave. 5. Hey, that's my turf. And it got a double curse, so the toll is double. What? The look on your face is priceless right now, Sugar. That looks like a 7, Shisato. My turf. Pay up. Aww. It's been so long since I played Monopoly. I think the last time I played Monopoly was when I was in elementary or middle school. It's been a very long time. I think I was elementary, honestly. Maybe once or twice in middle school? My whole body aches. I must have fallen asleep while playing board games. How long were we at it? Oh, are the other 2? Are the other 3 gone? The twins didn't show up. I don't see the 3 either. Milk, Sugar, and Frema are asleep on the floor. I don't see the others anywhere. They must have already left. Chisato, Takana, and Kurumi probably got taken back to their world in a flash of light, just like the other visitors did before. Things are going to feel empty without them for a while. After that night, we left the board games spread out across the table for some time. It just felt like they would come back, push open the cafe door, and keep asking, and ask to keep playing. We can play with the twins, right, once they show up a few days later. After several days buried in paperwork, I finally find the time to stop by the cafe again. Now that I think about it, Cafe Sweetie's cafe is gonna be permanently changed to be like that, isn't it? I wonder if they're gonna reference it at some point in either an event or the main story. That'd be cute. Because a lot of people go to their cafes in at least the Bond stories. Welcome. Huh? The decor is still the same. Oh, it's you, partner. Yeah, we weren't ready to put things back to the way they were. And the concept works, so we're keeping it like this for a while. Please keep it like this permanently, it's nice. Though it's probably hard work. You finish up all your busy work? Yeah, just barely. Pal, you're here. Hey. Yeah, I'm here. There aren't any customers, though. Yeah, we're closed today. We've been swamped thanks to Takana's new dessert, so we're making sure to take days off regularly. That's good. Hey, partner. Since you're here, I want to ask you something. What ended up happening to the kids from the center? Hell I know. Do you know, Commander? Ah, right. They're receiving psychiatric treatment under the central government's supervision. I don't know if that's a good thing. Makes sense. Pushing them straight back into society would have been rough in a lot of ways. They'll probably need proper schooling, too. Also, several missing children were confirmed to have been at the center. Whoa, seriously? So they weren't orphans, they were kidnapped. Okay. She was all proud about how she took in kids with nowhere to go and raised them. She conveniently left out the part about kidnapping them. What happened, Jennifer? Right, I almost forgot the most important question. Given the gravity of her crimes, she's not getting off easy. I think they're going to let her live, but not in a way they'll really be living. So probably the rehabilitation center. That's the best thing I've heard all day. Wouldn't want her dying too easily. Lifelong suffering. Yes, Frima. Yes. Anyway, it sounds like everything's wrapped up. That's a relief. Yeah. Sounds like a customer just came. Please be the twins. Let us see it. Let us see them. Well... Huh? If you're gonna welcome someone, you at least gotta finish... Huh? What everyone doing? Huh? Hello. Hello, Jane. Following Cafe City's gaze, I look toward the cafe entrance. A young girl stands there fidgeting. Jane! Hi, everyone. You little punk. Long time no see. You've been good. Is it really okay for you to be out? Does this mean you can keep coming to the cafe from now on? We'll bring coffee, desserts. You're all the same as ever. I'm doing good. Where's your brother, though? I've been keeping up with my studies, and they say I'm no longer a risk. That's good. Jane was the most sane out of all the children there, to be fair. She had a conscience. She had the will to rebel against Jennifer. As long as the man there accompanies me, they said I can come outside sometimes. That's nice. I look over Jane's shoulder to see a large man watching from a slight distance. That makes sense. Despite everything that's happened and the progress she's made, she still killed people. We're lucky they let her off with just this. Oh, really? That's great to hear. I really, really missed you all. Where are the other two girls? What do you mean two? There were three. Did you forget Kurumi? Sad face. I know she was in the back most of the time doing like her tech stuff, but there were 3. Where are the other 2 girls? They went back home. They weren't from this world to begin with. Oh. I wanted to show them how well I'm doing now, thanks to them. I'm sure they know. Aw, that's cute. Also, nice face sensor. What's even censoring us this time? It's not a leaf. Is that like the... That's a light, isn't it? We got a light censored. I'm sure they know. Cafe CD. The 3 look so adorable, like looking down towards Jane. Everyone here is cute. Milk puts her hand on Jane's head and ruffles her hair. Through her hat, I guess. Hello? Hello, Sam. Nice to see you. You mean what? Coco! Sam! Hello! There's the usual. Hello, hello. Hopefully you're doing well. We're currently going through the final scene of the NIKKE Recoil event. I'm going to be doing the monster and the favorite items of 2 characters later. How am I doing? How's my day? I'm doing good. I'm having a lazy day right now. I woke up lazy today, so we're just chilling for today. Reading the stories, reading the dialogues. Funny enough, I started today's stream by going on a rant about academics and the difference between American academics and Asian academics specifically, and mental health connected to that. I went on a rant about it earlier. But hopefully everyone's doing well. Wows. Every time I'm allowed to come out, would it be okay I came here to play? Of course, Jane! That's so wholesome. You wanna come play? Yes. Of course you can't. No. No! Frema! Oh. Frema! Yeah, I bet you're very busy. I shouldn't get in your way. Come work. Frema, she's a kid. Work? Me? New dessert. Super popular. Crazy. Busy. Worker. Needed. We pay you. Is that really okay? Child labor. Get going, Prima. I've never worked before. You bet it's okay. Ah, great. Milk's on board now. You just take whatever's right here and serve it to the customers. And when you do, give them a cute little smile. Here, Jane. Take this to that table. What is it? It's a new dessert Takana made before she left. It looks like poop. Oi, the hell does she make? You're not supposed to say that out loud. Kids really are pure. Doing work like this should help her assimilate to society more naturally. So you're starting tomorrow, right? Wait a second. I don't even know the next time I'll be allowed out yet. I'm just teasing you. The 2 girls from another world managed to accomplish a lot in a relatively short time. They left Cafe Sudi with a great theme for their cafe. Introduced the citizens of the Ark to some bold, unconventional desserts, and gave the children from the center a precious gift, an ordinary life. Their absence will no doubt be felt for a while still, but even so, Cafe Sudi is open for business today. That's so wholesome. I like how they ended that off. It's too bad we didn't get to see Rain though. I kinda wanted to see the two twins hang out together like normally for once. Maybe we'll see them again in the future. Reoccurring side characters are becoming more of a thing these days in their events. Damn, that kid got a job and I could in whole vacations. You get a head pat, Tove. Jane had prior connections, that's how she got it. Okay, we got a wholesome end to that one. We needed that. Considering the music be bopping. Considering the next event we'll be covering next week is EH's event, Enter Heaven, which from what I can tell is going to be very lore heavy and possibly depressing. She's a member of the Exotic Squad and lives in the Outer Rim. It's highly unlikely it's going to be a happy event. Okay, so first thing on the bullet point is done. Next thing we have to do is Moran's stories. I believe I already did her Bond story, but I don't think it was on stream, and I need a refresher before doing the favorite item. So let's do that. Here is Moran. I don't remember when I did her Bond story, honestly. It's been a while. It was definitely before I started streaming in general. It was back then, so I don't remember a lot. So the fall of the Peony Association. So we've seen a few of these characters during the latest chapter. Moran. Wake up. Jin shakes Moran awake. What? I was out cracking down on those illegal trading thugs until dawn and I just fell asleep. Let me sleep a little bit longer, will you? Well, while those thugs, as you call them, are being taken out, it looks like the Peony Association may well follow along with them. Moran bolts upright. What do you mean? Did something happen? I don't know how to put this. What? What's going on? Why are you stammering? The thing is, the Peony Association's funds have been completely drained. Huh? What are you talking about? You mean there's nothing left at all? Wait, don't tell me. Have we been robbed? What lily-livered son of a bitch did it? It's nothing like that. We've simply spent it all. We don't even have enough to put food in our bellies now. What? Why are you only telling me this now? I only just found out. You're talking about this as if it doesn't concern you. Don't be ridiculous. I'm just as worried as you or anyone else, if not more so. At any rate, we can't let the Peony Association fall apart. What should we do? It's that bad. Yes. It's that bad. To be honest, I saw this coming. It's not like we have a dependable source of income. You're the only one with a steady job, and instead of actual money, you only bring back the occasional item from the store. It's not like that. When I need to take money, I take it. You say that, but even during escort missions, which you're always so adamant that we should be doing, you forego a service fee in favor of simply taking back a few random items. Not only that, but you lend money out without collecting any interest. Instead, you collect items. Says, Moran is a horrible investor. She is horrible with money. Her heart is too pure. She cares about other people a little too much. You managed to sell the items that you did bring back, but that only went so far, and our coffers are empty. Along with our warehouse. That doesn't mean that we should resort to petty theft like many others would, though. We don't need other people's money. However, not only are we unable to pay everyone's salaries at this point, but I doubt we'll have a roof over our heads soon. Should I start looking for homeless shelters we can stay in? Don't be absurd. I won't let that happen. I'll get us some money. How? I said I'll figure it out. You just make sure no one else hears about this. I don't want them getting wound up over nothing. I don't think that'll be a problem, because they already know all about it. They're already out gathering anything they can scrounge up in order to save the association. Are you kidding me? Hey, where are you going? I'm going to find money. We've got mouths to feed. Alright, be careful. I think I remember a bit now. Let me get this straight. Sakura places her teacup down on the table. You want me to lend you money? Yes, if you would. I promise to pay it back within a month. I'm afraid I can't help you. Huh? Why not? Moran, this is not a bank. We have a very specific way in which we allocate our funds. And we don't have a big surplus to work with. Even if we did, the last thing I'd be doing is lending it to you. I take your silence as an indication that the message has been received. We're done here. You may go. Damn. If Sakura can't help me, then maybe... Nah, your squad mates aren't helping ya. Hey, Rosanna. Get lost. Huh? I didn't even say anything yet. I doubt it's going to be anything of substance. So scram. They even let her speak. This can't be happening. I didn't realize we were in such dire straits. At this rate, the entire painting association will starve. Moran? Cadet, what are you doing here? I stopped by to take care of some work-related stuff. What about you? I had a few errands to take care of as well. Wait a second. I have you! Is there any chance you can help me? And that's how we get dragged in. A way to make money. So the Painting Association, instead of receiving financial remuneration, has been receiving various items as payment. Those items were then sold to fund your operations. But now both the money and the items have been depleted. That about sums it up. You sure pick up information quickly. About how much would you say you need? Let me think. We have 3 missions scheduled for next week, but to last until then. 500,000 credits or so? I know that's a hefty sum. I'll lend it to you. What? Really? Are you loaded or something? Not exactly, but I can swing that. We get paid quite a bit as the commando unit. I don't think we were that big back when this story happened. It was still when we were making a name for ourselves, so we don't get a ton of money, but we still get a bit. I admire your loyalty. Wait, no. I can't borrow money from you. This isn't right. I'll just take solace in the fact you were willing to do it. How about taking me to the Ark and trying to send some jobs my way? Something temporary, or something I can do part-time. Any money I earn, I want to earn on my own. Only then will I be able to face everyone with my head held high. Alright, are there any jobs in particular that you have your eye on? Jobs? Can you not think of anything? No, that's not it. It's just that I'm used to dealing with seedy elements in the Outer Rim, so I'm not sure how to transfer those skills in other areas. Oh, I've got it. How about sales? Sales. Yeah, I work with people a lot in my line of work. I'm good with people, so I'm sure I could chat them up and sell merchandise. Let me see. In that case... This is gonna go horribly. Old-timer. Welcome. We've been waiting for you. You brought me to a toy store. I figured you might have some luck peddling merchandise here. I already talked it over with Valorta and NIKKE, and they're okay with it. Yeah, we'd be glad to have you. I'm sure you'll do just fine. Huh. Our salaries are commission-based here, so you can earn more or less depending on how well you do. So if I make the store 1 million credits in profit, I get to take 1 million credits for myself. That's right. Each and every credit too. No deductions. Yep. Wow, that's amazing. I'll try and aim for 3 million today. Lofty goal. Best of luck to you. I just hope that enough customers come. I'll leave drumming up the customers to you. The thing with this store, they don't get a lot of customers. Rin and I stayed at the toy store for 3 hours, but where is everyone? Not a single customer comes in. Well, what the heck is going on? Is this place normally this dead? Oh yeah, we've had times where a single soul didn't come in for a whole week. That's right. Maybe we should make some promotional items or something. I think this was also before they made the commander dolls. Because the toy store here is the origin for all the commander dolls that the NIKKEs have. I'm pretty sure their sales boomed after that point. Cadet, I say we blow this joint. At this rate, we're not going to earn a single credit. Yeah, let's go somewhere else. Alright. I think that might be better for us. Besides, even if I do make money here, it'll feel like I'm taking it out of children's hands. What's this place? It's the maid cafe. I can't imagine her as a maid. They've always got plenty of customers, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, really? Now I'm getting excited. Welcome, Master. I've been waiting for you. Welcome, Master. Since Aid was out on business, I was worried how we were going to get by. You bringing in a part-timer is a real windfall for us. Thanks so much. Okay, I don't know if she's gonna be as helpful as Aid, though. It's kind of hard to beat Aid. Yeah, we could really use an extra pair of hands around here. That's perfect, because I'm looking for work. What can I help you with? You can start by serving up this omurice that I made. It's going to that customer over there in the striped t-shirt. Okay. No problem. Kaka, maybe mention the part of the maid service that's required when you serve people? I don't think Moran knows. Sit back and watch, Cadet. I'm gonna nail this. Good luck. Moran approaches the customer while holding the omurice. That was a loud thud. Here you go. Fresh omurice made by Cocoa. Enjoy. Man with a camera. Could you perhaps... What? Aren't you going to say the spell? Huh? What spell? The spell to make it delicious. What are you talking about? Can't you do it yourself before you eat it? What are you talking about? That's what the maids are supposed to do. It's part of the service. How can you expect me to say it? The customer's face is slowly starting to go beet red. I've got to do something before the situation spirals out of control. Oh dear. My apologies. I believe one of our maids had made a mistake. We're very sorry. She's new here. Why don't Soda and I recite the spell for you? May this dish be delicious, Alakazam. May this dish be delicious, Alakazam. You can't be serious. I've got to chant that spell every time I serve someone something. If you want to make money, then that's what you'll have to do. Matt. Welcome. Welcome. Not another customer. Moran? Is that you? What are you doing here? I came to see Soda. Cadet, I don't think I can work here. You know what that's the equivalent of? You work like a desk job during the day. You finish your work. You think to yourself, today's a really good day to go to that maid cafe. I haven't seen my favorite maid in a while. Go there, then you see your boss working there. That's the equivalent of what just happened. Perfect blackmail material, I will say. Moran's subsequent stint at the cafe doesn't go too well. And I get 3 sugar coffees, 2 milk coffees, and 4 cream coffees. Why do you need that many coffees? 3, 2, and 4. That'll be 15,000 credits. Shouldn't it be 20,000? Huh? Stop right there. Can you please explain to me why you can't work out simple math? This is your 10th time getting it wrong. You are fired. We looked for other places Moran could work, but I don't think you're the right fit for the shopping mall. Perhaps you should look elsewhere. Sorry, I haven't got anything for you. Sorry, maybe you can ask someone else. No one wants her. Only healthcare workers can work here. Working here requires a certain skill set. Not just anyone can work here. We were rejected at every turn. Damn, it's like actual job searching. Making money is harder than I thought. Is it even possible? The fact that we went from Jane getting hired by Kakustoi to this is funny. It's a funny whiplash. You felt that. Yeah, the little kid who was an assassin murderer got a job easier than Moran. Is it even possible? How do I even start? I rack my brain to come up with ways Moran can make money. My eyes catch a small flyer. Hey, where are you going? You got no work experience. How the fuck am I supposed to if I don't get accepted? Exactly. It's like, your job searching is like, you need 5 to 10 years of experience for this job. It's listed as a starter job. What do you mean? It just reminds me of that meme where it's like, you need 25 years of experience for this service job. And you need to be like young. Looks over at Ash Ketchum. Yeah, you're probably the only one who can do it. The job requirements, the thing with those type of job application things, companies put out a lot of job applications just to look like they're hiring when they're actually not, because in terms of for investors, it looks better if the company looks like they're hiring more people, because it looks like they have extra resources to spare. So they put up job offerings when they're not actually looking for them. So they put the requirements to things that are unreasonable. And that skews the expected standard of other people who are also offering jobs. The job market is horrible. Looking for a job is a pain. But not only do you have to go through all of those offerings that aren't really offering anything, you have to find something that you're willing to do, that you're not going to be suffering while doing. You need to find a company that's actually hiring and needs employees. Not only that, you have to find a company that has resources to hire you and not like spread you too thin because they don't have enough workers to begin with. Because not only do they do the fake offerings to look better to investors, some companies just don't hire enough people because they don't want to pay people. They don't want to use too many resources for their employees. So they end up overworking the people they already have and don't hire enough. That's why you have to do a lot of research into the companies that you're applying to, even if there's a very low chance of getting accepted, because there's always a chance. You didn't know that? A lot of people don't know that, but the thing with, if you look into those type of things, like how investors view companies, this is something that I had to learn as a CS student, funny enough. To look better to investors, to have investors invest into your company, you have to have a lot of requirements. You have to look like you have potential to grow, which putting out job applications and job offerings does that. You need to have like a good demographic of people, not both in terms of who's working in your company and who you are pushing it out to. Like, are you reaching the demographic that you want to? Do you have a diverse work community? Are you including everyone? Like male versus female, different races, all of that. I see someone screaming bottom. Hello, Dima. Did you just finish up your stream? How'd your stream go? How far did you get? Yes. Okay, that's yes to the other question. You finished it? Nice. So what's your rating of it out of 10, would you say? Because I'm assuming RE2 is still your favorite so far of the series, but what's the rating out of 10? So one of your friends got fired from a bakery because the boss said they needed more female presence. Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about, the ratio between male and female. Because the ratio actually matters for investors, because if you're leaning towards male demographics specifically, like you have too many male workers, it looks like you are looking down on female workers versus the opposite, where if you have too many female workers, then that's fine, because the world is feministic bullshit. The world over time has been leaning more towards like a feministic viewpoint, which is unfair for the male demographic. It's fine if it's even, but most of the times it's not. Hooray for double standards? Exactly. You'd say 7 out of 10 or so, but that's just because you have a couple gripes compared to others. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly normal. 7 out of 10 is still pretty good. So you had an enjoyable experience, fair enough. But yeah, double standards do be a thing, because back in the day, yes, it was unfair. It was very skewed towards males, especially in like workforce and other things. But ever since, I would say, like, for me, it was like between high school and college, the shift between that and pushing for female rights and all that feministic stuff, my god, is it unfair for males now. Like, I experienced that shift. I saw it happening. I was part of the shift as a bystander. It is so unfair for males in a lot of cases. Like, not only did they have the emotional aspect already of not men shouldn't show emotions, they should be the tough guy, like, they already had that stereotype, which isn't fair either. Now they have all the other bullshit they need to deal with. As a Resident Evil, mostly just because it felt closer to a JRPG with the merchant in the chapters, kind of made it feel less immersive in the constant red map instead of red to blue when everything is collected. Oh yeah, that was a thing in 2, wasn't it? Like letting you know when you're actually done with a section. The thing with that, it's because 4 has a lot of backtracking. Like, not only do you revisit areas on the map later on in the story, unless you are moving on to a completely different area, you can always go back and there will be new things that show up. Unless you go back too many times. Like, that's the reason they got rid of that mechanic. But yeah, the JRPG feeling and less immersive, that makes sense. Other parts got their own struggles and unfair things, you guess? Yeah, it depends on which perspective you're looking at things. The problem is when one part thinks that because they are unfair to them, they get to be assholes with the rest and get away with it. Yeah, like, a lot of feminist activists. There's a reason I don't really interact with that community. I just ignore them. Just because you feel like the world is being a shit to you doesn't mean you can be a shit to the world. It doesn't work like that. Especially when the target of that is just random people who did nothing to cause or do anything to you. We derailed a bit. What were we doing? Oh yeah, we were looking at a flyer. Look at this. You might be able to make some money with this. What is it? We retrieve your money. That sounds kind of threatening, doesn't it? seen a bunch of those flyers on the street. They're talking about getting money back from swindlers, right? Not quite. They help people who lend someone money and can't get it back. Oh. Don't you think this is right up your alley? You won't have to say any silly spells or run any numbers. Hey, you're right. It's just about getting money back from people who refuse to pay up. Sounds easy enough. The only issue is Moran's a little too nice to do this. Let's look into it then. How exactly are you planning on finding anyone who needs help here? Here, take this. I hand Moran a sign that reads, "Will retrieve unpaid debt immediately." Am I supposed to carry this around? We don't have time to set up an office, and we've got to find clients quickly. The sign should attract some attention. Huh, now I get it. That's why we came downtown, because there are so many people here. Exactly. At least one person must have a request for us. That makes total sense. You're so smart, Cadet. No wonder they call you the Elite Commander. Do they? Alright then. Let's go out there and see what business we can drum up. The thing with people holding signs, that used to be a thing back in the day for advertisements. At least in the area that I live in, I don't really see that anymore. It's mainly just beggars and homeless people doing that now. Because there's like a downtown-ish area here where people used to do that for stores, but now you only really see that in the city area. But even then, it's not that much. Fran and I stand in the middle of the public square holding our signs. Onlookers murmur and eyeball us curiously. Have you lent your money and can't get it back? Look no further. Come to us and we'll get it back for you straight away. Why aren't you saying anything? I just want to hold the sign. No way, you've got to say something too, and try to get people to come over. We'll get your money back for you. Come on, say it like you mean it. Excuse me. Our first customer. Can you really get my money back for me? Of course we can. If you're having any money trouble, we're the ones to turn to. Her tag is unremarkable woman. That's mean. How much do you charge? Charge? What do you mean? I think she's talking about the fee. Oh, I don't know. How much do you think is reasonable? 10,000 credits? Isn't that a bit low? You think so? How about 15,000? We probably should have talked about this beforehand. You've never seen one of them? Really? You've never seen like one of the people who stand outside the store and spin around a sign to grab people's attention? It's more so a thing you see in the movies these days, isn't it? Like one of the sign spinners. I don't know why my mouth was trying to say spine spinner and that sounds painful. You mean there's something similar? Like what? There's a guy dancing in a huge cartoon suit. Yeah, there's still a lot of people who do that. Wet it? Fine. Not a plant, though. Okay then, I'd like you to help me out. I lent someone I know 1 million credits about 5 months ago, and she hasn't paid me a single credit back. I've paid several visits to her house, but she's never there. I can't even get in touch with her. She's avoiding my calls. I'm at a total loss. Okay, can you tell us who this person you lent the money to is? We'll go and collect that money for you right away. In front of the house mentioned by client. This is the place the lady mentioned, right? Yes, let's knock first. Okay. But wait a sec. What? Do you think we should be intimidating? After all, a person who refuses to pay someone back can't be a terribly good person. Fair point. We don't want to come off as like pushovers. Exactly. Okay, I'm about to show my scary side, so don't get freaked out. Okay. Hey. Poor door. Anyone in there? Come on out. Who is it? The rusty door slowly creaks open, and an emancipated woman sticks her face out through the crack. Oh, hi. Where'd the scary face go, huh? Hello? Who are you? Oh, well, I'm here to collect some money. Specifically, the 1 million credits you borrowed 5 months ago. Do you remember? You remember, alright. Well, that person you borrowed from happens to be our client. And we're here to collect it back. The woman kneels in front of us. What are you doing? Get up. I'm sorry. I wanted to pay her back sooner. But I'm the sole breadwinner of this family, and I don't have 2 spare credits to rub together. I'm living hand to mouth right now. I should be earning more soon, so I might be able to start making payments next month. Can you let her know that? I'm begging you. I have nothing to my name now. Shouldn't you be discussing this with her, not us? She said she's been trying to contact you for a while, but that you were avoiding her. I work 15 hours every day, so I'm rarely at home. I wasn't able to pay my phone bill, so they cut off the service. I haven't been able to contact anyone since. I went to her house several times, but she wasn't there. Seems like it was just a bit of bad luck on both sides. I suppose. Please, let her know that I'll repay her next month. I would go and tell her myself, but I have to go to work soon. In the end, we were unable to collect the money. We make our way back to the woman who hired us. I have to say, I'm feeling a bit bummed out. Me too. There you are. Did you get the money? About that. The woman you lent the money to seems to be going through a rough patch. She's the only one bringing home the bacon, and she's barely getting by. She also said she came by to see you, but that you weren't home. It seems you two just missed each other. She assured us that she'd repay you next month. I see. I'm sorry for not getting your money back. Well, I guess it can't be helped. Besides, it's not like I need the money right away. I'm just glad she didn't abscond with it. Here's the fee we agreed on. You don't have to pay. Why not? I didn't get your money back. Still. Please, I insist. If you ever run into another situation like this again, come find us. Okay, I will. Thank you. Moran, that's why you don't get any money from your jobs. Goodbye. Are you sure that was a smart idea? How do we collect the fee when we didn't do the job properly? Here, let's take another stab at it. Afterwards, we met with numerous different clients. Pitiful man. I'm taking care of my brother. He's sick. Be that as it may, you should pay back the money. I used all the money on my brother's hospital bills. Oh, well, I guess it can't be helped then. I got swindled out of the money I borrowed. Then why don't you get it back? That's what I'm trying to do. I even called the police. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, we were unable to retrieve a single credit for any of them. What's this? You said you'd get my money back. You got my hopes up. I've got half a mind to take you to court for this. The only compensation Moran and I receive from our clients is insults. Wonderful. It's like customer service. Cadet. Something tells me I'm gonna out of this empty-handed. Don't think like that. Let's keep it at it. That's kind of you to say, but I really think it might be best if we stop here. Why? Pushing on will only result in more heartbreak. But how do you intend on earning money then? Cadet, why don't you hire me as your secretary? I may not look it, but I'm quite good at tending to people. I'm also a decent scrapper. How about it? I'll do it for cheap. Let me at least do a trial run for a week. What? What's with that look? I didn't realize I was making a face. You totally were. It looked like... Excuse me. Are you still taking requests? I want to make a request. Sorry, but we're closing up shop. How? I see. I realize I'm being pushy, but... Is there any way you can make an exception? I could be your last customer. I've noticed you both here for a while now, and your fees are much cheaper than everyone else's. You've been undergoing treatment in hospital for a year. The grammar of that sentence is a bit wonky. Moran's event, her banner came out around the time I joined the game, so that was almost 2 years ago, I would say. Because I joined her a bit after the first anniversary. Yeah, a bit around 2 years ago. I guess the translations were a bit jank back then. So I'm a bit strapped for cash. In order to continue the treatment, I'll need more money. A year ago, I lent my friend some money, but now I can't get in touch with her. Yesterday, after I was discharged from the hospital, I went to my friend's house and waited. But no one came in or out all day. There's no one else around me who can help. I originally planned to call the police, but I was worried that my friend might be intentionally avoiding me, so I dared not report it casually. Is there any way you can help me, just this once? The woman stares at us pleadingly, tears welling up in the corners of her eyes. Should we turn her down? No. Let's give him one last shot. Are you sure? You heard her. She's got nowhere else to turn. We can't leave her hanging high and dry like this. If we're unable to collect the money this time, then we'll consider this venture well and truly over. How about it? Okay. Thank you, Cadet. Alright, miss. We'll take on your case. Thank you so much. Only on one condition, however. You're coming with us. Based on what little experience I have in this profession, collecting the money may be easier if the client is present. Sure, no problem. We should have done that from the start. You arrive in a dingy back alley packed with old, dilapidated houses. We stand before a rusted iron gate. The surrounding air is fatigued with the stench of piled up garbage. This is the place. What a dump. Hello? Moran pounds on the door. Not a single sound comes from inside the house. It's so quiet. Too quiet. Maybe no one's home. Anyone in there? After Moran bangs on the door a few more times, the rest of that door slowly creaks open, but there is no one on the other side. What the... Did I just knock the door open? You must have. It never opened before, no matter how many times I knocked. Well, should we head in? If we plan on getting that money back, then yes. The three of us all step through the doorway, passing through the yard and entering the house. Wait a minute. Moran stops and freezes. What's wrong? Cadet, cover her eyes. What? Just do it. I quickly cover the woman's eyes with my hands. Hey, what's the big idea? Oh no, she got no eyes. She's either evil or highly depressed. I think she's highly depressed. From what I can tell, it's gonna become worse. Up ahead, I can see a corpse that appears to have been there for quite some time. It has decomposed beyond recognition. Yeah, your friend's been dead for a long time. Moran's loyalty. I appreciate you two bringing this matter to our attention. Are you okay? I'm still a bit shaken, to be honest. Me too. That's understandable. We'll have to investigate further to determine the exact cause, but based on our preliminary findings, I'd say the victim took matters to their own hands, so to say. We also found this letter at the scene. Do you want to take a look? I'll read it. Polly hands the letter to the woman, who pores over it. Yeah, depression became worse. As she holds the letter, tears pour down her face. A moment later, the police leave after conducting their initial investigation, leaving the client to sort through the deceased belongings. Are you okay? Yeah. At first, I was angry. I thought it was selfish of her to do such a thing. But after reading the letter she wrote, I saw how difficult things had been for her. She mentioned me. She apologized for not being able to pay me back. But I couldn't care less about the money now. I just hope my friend is in a better place. You two go ahead. I'm going to stay here and go through her things. Thank you for helping me. We leave the woman inside the house and walk out. Neither of us say a word. Looks like we failed to get the money back this time as well. Thank you for all your help. I think I'm going to go to the repair center. Why there? I might be able to sell some of my spare parts. I'll just lend you the... Moran. Off in the distance, Jin comes barreling towards us. Jin. Let me catch my breath. You aren't picking up your calls. What are you doing here? Now it's working. Really? Did you make some money? I'll take it as a no. But you were so confident when you left. I thought you were gonna head out and make boodles of cash. Did you come here just to make fun of me? Come on, don't be like that. I came here to show you this. Jin produces a credit card and shows it to Moran. What is this? Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Look at the balance. I used what little funds we had left and invested it. And I hit pay dirt. With this, we won't have to worry about money for the next few years. Say, any chance you could pass a little bit of that my way? Huh? Well, sure, I guess. But before you spend any of it, could you give me 20%? Yoink. Moran snatches the credit card out of Jin's hand. I'll be right back. I just got to spend a little bit of it on something, nothing big. Huh? But what are you spending it on? No time. I'll tell you later. See you at home. With the credit card in tow, Moran scampers off. Hey, where are you going? Moran! We should use that money to hold a party for everyone. This is not good. Maybe we should just hold a party without her. A few days later. Good thing he didn't put the money on NFTs, those things died pretty fast. NFTs were just like images with a price tag on them that you could rip off. So it's like, I never understood NFTs. They're like the dumbed down version of actual art commissions. To the point of stupidity. Come in. Hey, Cadet. Moran? Moran enters the office with her hands full of shopping bags. Since he really went above and beyond for me last time, I bought you some treats. Is the money issue all resolved? Yep, thanks to Jin. We won't have to worry about money for a while. Also, do you remember our last client? The sick woman? Sure, I remember her. I lent her some money for her treatment. Really? Yeah, she's the one I went to see when I first got the credit card. I just couldn't get her out of my head. You should have seen her reaction when she got the money. She was bawling. It was all I could do to keep myself from crying. I joked around with her that she had to get better quickly, so that she could pay me back soon. That was very kind of you. However, not only did you not bring in money, but now you're actively giving it away. That may be true, but this puts my mind at ease. We should help who we can, right? Cadet, if there's one thing in life that's guaranteed, it's that the kindness you show to others will eventually come back around. Not only that, but you form connections with people that way. And when those relationships deepen, you end up having many loyal friends. That's how I've always lived my life. And now, I've got a whole bunch of reliable and trustworthy companions on my side. Whenever I trip and fall, I've got dozens of people who will reach out and pick me back up. Sounds like you've lived a good life. Thanks. I've also been learning a lot about investing, and our money has been multiplying like crazy. Check it out. Moran shows me her phone. The screen is completely covered in green. It doesn't seem like it's on the uptrend right now. It's all good. You just got to wait it out, and it'll go back up. Would you like to do some investing yourself? I've got some great insider information. I have a strong feeling that Moran will be paying me more visits in the future. So So that's her Bond story. It's a bit depressing, but wholesome ending. Now the question is, what happens in her favorite item story? Because these, how they work, are a continuation of their Bond story. Unedited was just based on believe that someone more dumb would buy the image until the last dumb can't sell it and stays with a worthless image and money. All that under a mask of exclusivity because the image was coded on the blockchain and the original, even if the people took screenshots of it. The thing is that they still just images, yeah. The whole point of it was buying the exclusivity, but you can just screenshot the image and you have the image. It's so easy to yoink images is the thing. NFTs as a concept was just stupid. Because you can put exclusivity on a lot of things. Images are one of the ones where it's almost impossible to do on the internet. Because at least with commissions and stuff, you buy the rights to usage from the original creator, but when you have the rights to like exclusivity of no one else using it, it doesn't work like that. That was a really dumb era. It was. I mean, it showed how many people were stupid. A lot of them. Humanity sometimes makes me facepalm. Okay, so we have 5 scenes here. I'm not sure at what point of the main story this takes place. I guess we'll find out. And all the YouTubers and influencers telling them to buy them pure gold. It shows which YouTubers and influencers are just there to get views, to get money, because they will hop onto any trend, no matter how stupid or unreasonable it is. Like, those people you know are there just because it's a trend. And I have a dislike for those people. I have a certain amount of respect for content creators specifically who, no matter how many people are doing a trend or like some type of mass sponsorship or something like that, they refuse to do it because it goes against their morals or their ideals. Either because of the company itself, because of the deal that they get as a creator. Like, those people who still refuse, they have my respect. Like, one example I can think of is Honey. Like, the browser extension that scammed everyone. That's something I can say. There were a few content creators that refused to be sponsored by Honey because they were sus of it. And what do you know? It was a scam all along. The same thing for any other trend, for the people who don't hop onto it immediately. At least they have some brain cells on them. They probably do promos only if you can check that what you're showing to your community is 100% real, safe, and actually useful. Exactly. If a company reached out to me, let's say, who had some like shady businesses in the back, I would probably just flat out reject them because that's not something I want to show to my community. It's not something I want to represent. If it's a company that's well known, even then, you still need to do your research. Because again, stuff like Honey. Then there are companies who are less well known or just have a good reputation. At that point, I'd be more inclined, right? I don't need to be as convinced. There are also content creators that I watch who are very meticulous with what sponsors they take. Let's say if that person took said sponsor, then I'd probably take it without much thought behind it because I know other people have done their research and are representing a company that they think is trustworthy and genuine. One content creator I can think of that does a lot of research, like cares a lot about this type of stuff, is Giga. So if she represents a company as like a sponsor, then that's a company I know I can trust will not scam people. Then there are a few others as well. It's a good idea to back check, both as a consumer as well as someone who is representing a sponsor. Okay, that was our little spiel about that. Let's jump into the favorite item. The awkward thrill of first times. What sussy ass shit does that imply? Which first are we taking from Moran? In 2 years, it'll be sponsored by NIKKE. Remember your words? 2 years is a long time in terms of like a gacha game. We'll see. NIKKE does sponsor VTubers and content creators who play their game like either as a medium to bigger content creator or as someone who is loyal to the NIKKE community. I'm not leaving this community, so we'll see. I would really like to be. That'd be like a dream sponsor, to be sponsored by NIKKE. To be sponsored by a game that I play. We'll see. Tove has a character in NIKKE? Okay, that's a collab, and I really doubt that happens. There are some gacha games that do collab with VTubers as like a singular IP, but I don't think NIKKE would do that because they do it more so with game franchises and anime franchises. Because the thing with a VTuber company, it can be doing really well at the point they do the collab. Let's say later on, the company does some stupid ass shit, falls on their face, burns, dies in the hellfire, right? Something like what happened with Visojo. You can't really take out the fact that your game did a collab with said company. Like, it doesn't matter if they had a good reputation back then. The reputation they have in the present is what people are going to think when they see the characters in said game. Which is why a lot of gacha games tend to avoid doing collabs with content creators. They do it with like big franchise game companies and anime. I can think of a few VTuber companies that ran and died in that manner. Gulp. Why are we in a hotel? Why are we... So, today has finally come. Wait, it's today, right? I didn't get it mixed up, right? Moran checks the calendar and only then smiles as if relieved. Okay, today's the day for sure. Hang on, what am I supposed to do at the movie theater again? It's Moran. She's like the least sussy person. She's very wholesome and also ignorant. But why are we in a hotel? I'm sure I looked it up, but I've already forgotten. Gosh, I'm an idiot. I know I searched like this, there it is. Let's see. First, take advantage of the darkness and hold the other person's hand. Moran, which wiki article are you reading? Are you reading a WikiHow right now of what to do at a movie date? Stop reading that. Second, lean on them during an emotional scene. Third, if there's a scary scene, jump into that person's... What's got you staring so hard? Ah! Is she alone in here? Is she... I don't think the commander's here, otherwise she wouldn't be reading that. She's preparing for a movie date with the commander. Is that what's happening? That's adorable. You, when did you get here? Just now. And don't start on me about knocking. I kept at it, but you didn't answer. So I just came in. Figured something might have happened. Jin glances at the calendar out of the corner of his eye. Well, well. Looks like something's happening today, huh? Is today your little date? No wonder you've been grinning. No? What do you mean, no? You've been counting down the days for a while now. Every day, you asked what day it is. And come on, Moran. This is your first date. Hey, how do you know that? How can I not know? I can read you like a book. Maybe don't go to a gun on the... Maybe don't go to a gun on the shoulder would be on the list. No, it's part of her personality. It's a very good-looking gun, though, I will say. Sometimes when I look at you, you remind me of my mom. Just sometimes? Jin is your mom, Moran. Sorry, but I don't want a daughter like you. Ouch. A daughter like Sakura, though. Now we're talking. Jin. Hey, yo. What? Get over here. I'll teach you a lesson. Anyway, Moran, since it's your very first date, you're not seriously going out like that, are you? Hey, Jin is doing the mom role. He's like, looked at the gun. You're not taking that, right? Well, to be honest, if some girls come with a gun like that into a date with me, you'll be amazed. You regret it. You regret the gun stays. You want the gun to stay. Okay, fair enough. Hey, the gun is impressive. What? What's wrong with it? Do I not look good? It's not that. You just look like you always do. No. I spent a very long time washing myself today. Are you expecting something to happen, Moran? I even put on scented body lotion. And I put on something called lip gloss too. I can't tell it all, Moran. You gotta wear something that really stands out. Do I have a pretty dress or something? No? Oh, come on, really? If you don't believe me, have a look for yourself. Moran opens the wardrobe and shows what's inside. Wow. How do you have a closet full of the exact same outfit? I get that you have a signature look, but this is practically a uniform. I know, you don't have to say anything. I was thinking about getting some new clothes not too long ago, but I kept feeling like maybe it'd be too much. And then when I actually tried to pick something, I had no clue what to choose. You should have asked me or the others. How can I ask such a thing? It's embarrassing. What time is your date? 12. You've only got 20 minutes left. It's too late to go buy new clothes now. So just wear that and get going. That? What do you mean? Is she gonna wear the dinosaur, like the casual dino outfit? Hidden feelings. You want me to wear this? Moran looks at the peony-shaped hairpin in her hand. Oh. Okay, no, she's wearing her normal outfit. Jin gave her a hairpin. Okay. How can I wear this? You guys bought it for me. Yeah, we got it for you to wear. Can't say I've ever seen you do that, though. If I wear it around, it might get ruined. That's the mindset I'm used to seeing. I know so many people who buy clothing and accessories. It's like, they see it at a store, they fall in love with it, they buy it with the intention of wearing it. The intention of wearing it. Then once they actually have it and they own it, they keep it locked and sealed in some type of safe closet or protective seal because they don't want to ruin it. It's like, what was the point of buying it if you're not gonna wear it? You actually do that mostly with gifts. Here's the thing, if it's like a thing you put on a table, something that you look at, doing that makes perfect sense. You're preserving it, right? If it's something meant for daily use, if it's some type of clothing or accessory, unless it's for a very specific occasion, just use it, right? The person gave it to you either to use or for some type of convenience. You're buying it for some type of convenience or to wear. Just use it. The first time is always the most difficult one. Once you use it at least one time, then it becomes easy. Just try it out. And then the person who gave it to me thinks I didn't like it, but it's the opposite. Okay, here's the thing for people who like to give gifts to others. When you give a gift to someone and they keep it locked and sealed, it's because they really like it. They don't want anything to happen to it. Like, that's probably the best reaction they could have for a person who reacts like that, usually. The opposite is also true. If you give something to someone that's like a daily use thing and you always see them using it, that's also a good thing. It's when neither of those happen that maybe they didn't like it. But otherwise, keeping it locked and sealed and trying to preserve something, that's one of the best reactions, honestly. Like, on one hand, it's a shame they're not using it for its intended purpose if it's like a daily use object or clothing or something like that. But at least they cherish the present, right? It's very wholesome seeing people do that with gifts. But at the same time, I'm just face-palming. It's like, there's a way you can use that, but I guess I also don't want to say anything because it's kind of cute, you know? It's very adorable, in my opinion, when people cherish a gift to the point they are protecting it like their life depends on it. Dude, if I wear it around, it might get ruined. And besides, it just doesn't seem right for the boss of the Peony Association to be seen wearing something like this. That's the point, Moran. You're not showing up as the Peony Association's boss. And like I told you, dates are all about standing out. Put your hair up, stick that pin in, and head out. That cadet of yours is gonna love it. But I have no idea how to use this. At this rate, Moran, you're gonna be late. Hurry up and take it with you. Moran checks the time. Only 10 minutes left before noon. No, I just don't think he'll like something like this. Well, might as well give it a try. Moran pulls out her phone and looks up how to wear a hairpin. As most people do, because hair is very annoying to style, I might say. It's really annoying to style. YouTube tutorials help. Well, later. I noticed Moran sitting on a bench in the distance. Moran, I'm here. Moran jumps to her feet. The hairpin falls to the ground with a clatter. Where did it go? Oh no. Huh? Did you just step on something? When Moran moves her foot, I see some kind of ornament shattered into large pieces. It's ruined. This is exactly why I didn't want to wear it out. What is it? I wore it to look good for, I mean... It's a gift from my subordinates for, how am I supposed to explain this? I put a hand on her shoulder. Okay, calm down first. Alright. Anyway, this is something important to you, right? How do you know? I can tell just from your reaction. Yeah, you're right. It's precious to me. I pull a handkerchief out of my pocket and gather the broken pieces scattered on the ground into it. Let's go fix this first. Wait, is that really okay? We already got the movie tickets. And it's the one you said you liked, right, Cadet? It's okay. Huh? We can see the movie another time. But I think we should get this fixed right now. But our first date... No, you're right. But still, our first date... Moran murmurs to herself, glancing back and forth between the broken pieces and the handkerchief and me. She soon nods as if having made up her mind. I swear I'll pay you back someday. Let's go. True feelings revealed. So this is your room. Have you never been here? We do advisory sessions here. Have you never been here? Why are we here? Because it's close. And I want to try fixing it myself first. You? Yeah, it'd be best to leave it to an expert, but Mighty Tools are out on a mission. It won't be perfect, but I'll do my best. Thank you, Cadet. Is there anything I can do to help? Anything at all? Just say the word. In that case, could you bring me the glue from that desk drawer? That's easy enough. Leave it to me. I don't know how to feel about using glue on a hair ornament, but better than nothing. Depends on the type of glue. I carefully take the pieces out of the handkerchief. Here you go. Thanks. I think it'll take me some time to put it all back together. It's fine, just take your time. I start using my tools and glue to put the pieces back together. Moran sits next to me and watches me work. Looks like this is shaped like a flower. Yeah, that's right. It's a peony. There's this long piece too. Is this a hairpin? Or some kind of accessory? It's a hairpin. I see. Cadet. I'm sorry I didn't explain myself properly earlier. My underlings gave me this as a gift when I officially became the boss. They didn't have a penny to their name, but they scrapped together enough to buy it. They said, "It's a painting for the Painting Association," and handed it to me. Back then, I couldn't really show it, but I was so happy. I felt like I was truly being recognized as the boss. Honestly, I kept wondering what would happen if I couldn't live up to the role. Deep down, I was so worried. You know how it is. In front of the guys, I shout and act all confident, but inside, I'm trembling. Has that happened a lot? Yeah, that used to happen a lot. But after I got this, I started feeling more confident. Guess that's why it's so precious to me. It's like proof that my subordinates really trust me. I can see why you treasure it so much. You know, I've never actually worn this before. Why? Because it's precious? That's part of the reason too. If I were to wear it, it wouldn't stay 100% intact. It probably would have broken soon after I got it anyway. You know how rough we can be in the Painting Association. That's not all, right? I have a bigger reason. It's, kind of embarrassing. What's there to be embarrassed about? Think about it. I'm the boss of the Painting Association. I need to be overflowing with charisma. But this is so big and eye-catching. How am I supposed to go around with a pretty flower hairpin in my hair? My subordinates would think I'm completely ridiculous. So I've just been keeping it in a drawer. But today, well, it's a special day. There's something I didn't get to tell you either. What is it? I thought it looked really good on you. What? Huh? What? You saw me wearing this? Yeah, I saw you trying to pin it to your hair. You did. You looked beautiful. You can't just say that out of nowhere. My heart is beating way too fast. I can't. I'm so embarrassed. Moran. Stop. If you say any more, I'm done. I said huh? You fixed it, cadet? Yeah, it's not perfect, but at least you can wear it again. Well, you're really good for hands. You did such a good job. I stopped Moran from touching the hairpin. Hold on, don't touch it yet. Huh? Why not? It'll take some time for the glue to set. Oh, I didn't know. Luckily the pieces are pretty big, so it wasn't too hard to fix it. I'm so relieved. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cadet. It's truly... I swear I'll repay you for this someday. You can repay me now. How? Got something in mind? Just say the word. I'll do whatever you want. Let's watch the movie we missed earlier. Huh? But isn't it too late to watch it now? That's okay. We can watch one here. Movie date. Almost touching, eh, yo? We sit side by side watching the movie. It's on the TV. See what you're fighting for? See what we're all fighting for? Then there'll be no fear you can't overcome. I'll never get sick of this line. Something touches my hand. What's wrong? Nothing. It's really nothing. Moran fixes her gaze on the TV again, looking strangely tense. Was she trying to hold my hand? Was she trying to do the wiki how? I see you, Moran. I see what you're doing. Just as I'm about to turn my gaze back to the TV, I see Moran's hand inching toward me. Her fingers are doing like the worm towards me. Just when her fingers are almost within reach, she pulls it back to her side. How am I supposed to do this sort of thing? Don't have it in me. Dun 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 dun. Look over there. An emotional scene. That's my chance. I feel a presence near my shoulder and glance to the side. Moran has her eyes squeezed shut and her head is hovering within touching distance on my shoulder. What are you doing? No. It's nothing at all. Moran goes back to sitting at attention. This isn't good. I'm so curious about what Moran will do next that I can't focus on the movie anymore. A little while later. An action scene? With her head bent forward, Moran gently tugs at my sleeve. What are you doing? That was a scary scene. No, I mean, I yanked Moran toward me. Hey? Cadet, what are you... Where do you think your hands are going? I thought you wanted to watch the movie like this. Hey, yo! Commander! It's a smooth motherfucker. Oh, wait. What's wrong? At least give me a warning. Should I let you know first? Okay, I'm gonna do it. No, this time I'm gonna do it. Aww. We got a kissy. Can I do it one more time? I burst out laughing without even realizing it. You don't have to ask about every little thing. And so the movie reaches its climax. The writers knew what they were doing with that line. It's over. Yeah. Did you enjoy the movie? It was fun. Especially the boom and the rat-tat-tat. And that kablamo. Sorry, I couldn't focus on it. No worries, I couldn't focus either. Really? Why not? I think you know why, Moran. Our focus was on something else. Because we've been like this the whole time. Whoa. Moran immediately moves away. The hairpin you fixed should be ready now, right? I'll go get it. She ran away. Yeah, the movie, sure. Yeah, the movie is the thing that climaxed. Moran walks awkwardly, moving the arm and leg on the same side with each step. She's doing a penguin walking. Moran, you're good. That's kind of adorable, that's cute. A promise made at the fingertips. This is oddly wholesome. Water? Alrighty. Now you're calling me a plant? God damn it. Pretty sure the head pat though. What? Why is my Discord blowing up? Scan through that really quickly. Yeah, I can leave this for after. Anytime I see more than like 3 Discord notifications, I check them because the last time that happened, someone was having a breakdown. So I just check them now. Fortunately, no one's having a breakdown this time. Oh, not bad. So this glue turns transparent when it dries. It looks like new. Thanks, Cadet. Don't mention it. Just be careful next time. Cadet. I know it's a bit much, but can I ask you for one more favor? Sure, what is it? Well, could you help me put this in my hair? As you saw earlier, I tried doing it myself, but I guess I'm just not good with my hands, so it didn't work. I don't usually do anything with my hair, so I don't really understand the tutorials. Don't worry, Moran, it's the same for me. I have a ton of like YouTube hair tutorials I have saved in the reels. I've never tried any of them before. Like, all the hairstyles look cute, but either I'm too lazy to go through with it or I don't have the tools to do it. I want to eventually, but my physical appearance is not something I put a ton of time into. Unlike some other people. So would you help me? Sure, I guess. After learning the proper way to use a hairpin that Moran shared with me, I approached Moran. The commander has dealt with a lot of hair before. Oh, we have voice now. I'm ready, Cadet. You can start. Why does that sound sussy? Don't say it like that, Moran. Okay. I catch sight of her pale nape. Now that's a view. Before I know it, my hand has moved toward it. The commander be teasing. He's a little tease. Oh, that was adorable. Wait. This is fun. Wait, that was adorable. I don't know how loud that is for y'all, but when a person makes those type of noises when you brush against them, they are adorable. I like teasing those people. My hand slides along. She's so cute! Stop it. Oh? Oh? Cadet? Are you trying to start something? Maybe. Sorry. I'll help you with your hair. You're so cute! Please do. Cadet, I'm really sorry and grateful for today. I know it's a bit late to say this, but today was my first date.
だからその緊張してドキドキしちまって。
So, I was nervous, excited, and all over the place.
いろいろ事前に調べたりもしたんだけどさ。
I tried to prepare for everything.
結局一つも計画通りにできなかったんだ。
But in the end, nothing went according to plan.
でも弟がリードしてくれたおかげで。
Even so, you kept stepping in, guiding me, taking care of me.
めちゃくちゃになりかけた一日が最高の一日になったんだ。
This day could have been a total mess, but it turned out to be something really wonderful.
だからなんつうかマジで今日はかっこよかったぜ。
How should I put this? You are so cool today. I just noticed the hairpin is so intricate. Like, we glued that shit together. I'm surprised we glued it together.
弟じゃなくて兄貴に思えるくらいにな。
He felt not like a cadet, but like a captain. Only a captain.
これをどうしても伝えたかったんだ。
I really wanted to tell you this.
伝えられてよかったぜ。
I'm so glad I finally could.
こうやって背を向けてるとちょっと話しやすくなるな。
It's a bit easier to talk like this, with my back turned. Is it hard to talk when you're facing me?
そりゃ
Zooms in.
顔を合わせたら目が合っちまうだろ。
We definitely leaned in towards our face when we said that. If I face you, our eyes meet, right?
その度に心臓が爆発しそうだってのに。
Every time that happens, it feels like my heart might burst. She's so wholesome. She's so adorable. That's how I felt today, too. You look so cute.
かわいい。俺が
Cute? Me?
やっぱ変だ。
Hmm. That's strange.
弟にそういうことを言われてもちっともプライドが傷つかないんだ。
Even after hearing you say that, my pride isn't hurt at all.
むしろ嬉しいっつうか。
I'm actually happy. Considering Moran's a leader of a mafia group, it's not the... Cute is not usually a descriptor they hear. But Moran is cute and adorable. She is very cute, actually. She's very head paddle.
弟の前ではボスとしての俺じゃなくてただのモランとして見られたいってことなのかもな。
Wait, she is what? Did it sound like something else? Maybe it's because when I'm with you, I can forget being the boss and just be Moran.
いや、女として。
This girl must have murdered a lot of people then, right? Oh, the mafia part? Yeah, she's a mafia boss. She's murdered her fair share of people. For the association. Doesn't look like it, does she? Why do you think she carries a gun over her shoulder like that? Like, she can pack a punch. She is actually very deadly. I didn't know she was so soft and, like, pokeable and squishable otherwise, though. She's adorable. I've always liked Moran, and ever since her, like, casual outfit with the dinosaurs, she became a potential wife. We're leaning more towards life now with this scene. She is adorable. No, maybe it's because I'm just a woman. You'll always be Moran. Boss or not.
ちくしょう。背を向けてても心臓がバクバクし始めやがった。
Even with my back turned, my heart's starting to race.
弟は口がうますぎんだよ。
You're way too good at talking. Hey, that's our specialty as the commander. There, all done. The top half style looks beautiful too.
そうか?
Really?
いい感じか?
Do I look okay? Yeah, you look beautiful with a hairpin.
ありがとな、弟。
Thank you, Cadet.
さっき綺麗だって言ってくれたから、もう一度見てもらいたかったんだ。
Since you said it looked really good on me, I really want to wear it and show you.
さ。
So...
次もこんな風に会えるか?
Can we meet like this again next time?
今度はちゃんと準備してくるからよ。
I'll really make sure I'm prepared.
ボスらしく。いや。
As a boss? No.
俺らしい格好で。
As myself. I'm looking forward to it.
よっしゃ!
Great.
これからもずっと大切にするからな。
I'll continue to cherish.
かんざしも弟のことも。
Both this hairpin and you. That's so cute. Aww. I like that. We can see it in the cutscene, but we are leaning
さっき綺麗だって
over the back of the chair.
もう一度見てもらいたかったんだ。
That's adorable. Okay, how are we doing on time? Nearing 10:30. We can get in Tove's. Okay, Tove. Where's Tove? There's Tove. I actually didn't do her advisory stuff until her favorite item, so I don't know what's in her scenes. The first two I think I looked at a long time ago. I don't remember shit from them. So I get to go into this one completely blind. Okay, let's start other side of perfection. So for those who don't know, Tove is part of the Unlimited squad. Their specialty is basically going through the ice mountains and like heavy snowstorm territory to retrieve fallen or lost NIKKEs and guide them back to either the Ark or just help them survive out there on their missions. Northern Base. Hello, Survivalist, and that's our nickname. Do you remember me? It's me, Tove, the new recruit. Along with my fellow, more experienced squad mates, Ludmilla, Alice, and Nev. We comprise that fearless band of pioneers who protect those in danger. Unlimited. That doesn't look like a warm outfit in the snow, though. It's a outfit. Some of the NIKKEs have higher body temperature than normal, like Alice. Her body is it's always super warm, so her bodysuit has a built-in cooling feature because of that. I'm not completely sure about Tove. I'm sure you can tell how proud I am to be part of this amazing group. She is the newbie. My obsession with Unlimited began even before I was recruited by the team. Ever since I began partaking in missions alongside them. That feeling has only grown stronger. Linmila, Alice, and Niv are forces of nature. They've shown decisiveness and charisma during missions. It's absolutely remarkable. Above all else, their ability to rescue NIKKEs who are in danger. Well, it speaks for itself. However, I can't help but feel that their methods are a bit oversimplified. They rely too much on instinct and luck. I just can't fathom it. How can a person excel so much in one area, yet be utterly incompetent in another? Tove, people have specialties. 3 AM time to go? Yeah, you need to get some sleepies. You still have... I'm assuming you have classes. I don't know what your class schedule is like, but I'm assuming you have classes every day, unless you have, like, a free day in there. Bye-bye, Coco. Have fun and a great day tomorrow. You too, Seb. Bye-bye. Have a good resty. Have a good EP. Appreciate you coming by. Today was the free day. Yeah, get some resties for tomorrow. Or I guess today for you. Why, I ask you? I'm scared. If things go on like this, I might also stagnate. Tove gets a head pat. I might become a NIKKE whose only recourse is to rely on specs and specs alone. I'm sure you think I'm overreacting. That's why I'm making this recording. So here we go. Time for me to reveal something which has never been seen before. What daily life is like in the northern base. I hereby call this the Unlimited Vlog. Hopefully after seeing this, you'll realize the gravity of the situation and get your bet over here to help out. While you're at it, you can help resolve the concerns I have about my career. Then, let's begin. It's a beautiful morning, and I'm out here with everyone else on a mission. Today's assignment is, surprisingly, not a rescue effort. Instead, we're to explore uncharted territory that is not marked on the map. I wonder what extraordinary skills my fellow squadmates will use. While we traverse this vast and rugged wilderness, I can't wait. My heart is beating like crazy. Follow me and see, everyone. Altitude above 2,000 meters. Temperature dropping fast. If this gets any colder, our temperature sensors will be affected. Should we pick up the pace? Running could generate body heat. Oh, a race. I'm gonna smash this. Good idea. We'll run and make our way to a lower altitude. What about making a fire to warm up? If we want to maintain our current speed of movement, I can make us some additional layers using animal hide. I suppose that would be another option as well. Very well, I'll leave it to you, Tove. A moment later. Here you go. I found a yak carcass that was sticking out of the snow, and I was able to skin it to make some inner layers for us. I gave one to everyone except Alice, who is usually burning up anyway. After beating the cold, there was another challenge waiting for us. Oh, check out that cliff. It's a big one, alright. But nothing to worry about. There are plenty of ways to cross it. We can make an ad hoc parachute from our sleeping bags. I say we jump. What? We'll leap straight across, like rabbits. If you're not quite getting it, don't worry, I'll show you. Alice takes a few steps back from the edge of the cliff, then breaks out into a sprint, charging straight for the drop-off. Boing. Alice leaps across the cliff face with acrobatic elan, and lands safely on the other side. And that's how it's done. Doesn't that look fun? You should try it. You've gotta be kidding. Come in. There's no time to waste. I'll be right over. Both Ludmilla and Nev leap across the fissure. Wow. How is it that I'm the odd one out here? It's a freaking cliff! You're all just leaping across like it's nothing. No safety harness or equipment. Don't get me wrong, it's impressive, but isn't it a bit primitive? It's mankind's innovation and propensity for using tools that's gotten them this far, after all. Come on, Pigeon. If you jump with your eyes closed, it'll be over before you know it. But what if I fall down? Then you can climb back up and have another go at it. It's happened to me before many times. That's not a good thing, Alice. Tove's video message cuts off. Wonderful. Northern base. There you are. Not a moment too soon. I feel like I'm a hair's breadth away from being kicked out of the squad I'd only just joined. No one here seems to understand the value of tools. Why humans use them. I don't get why you need to be properly equipped before crossing a cliff. One false move and I would have gone tumbling down that entire cliff face. Must have been frustrating for you. Yes, very. This is a squad that I admire, with people I respect. Seeing them resort to such idiotic, or unrefined, rather, methods. How can I, a survival expert, accept that? Have you tried persuading them? No? Why not? I'm a new recruit. Challenging the old hands is way out of line. So, here's the thing. Would you be so kind and help me out? Nothing big. Just go on a mission together with us and help me persuade everyone to at least try out my ideas once, instead of always resorting to the usual methods. That doesn't sound too hard, but the ultimate results will depend on you. What's the worst that can happen? No matter how you slice it, using tools trumps using your body alone. History has proven that time and time again. You wait and see. In a few days, all these primitive tendencies will be squashed out of Unlimited entirely. In its place, there will be a smart and tactical squad like no other. A few days later. This morning, we observed smoke signals coming from east of the base. It wasn't a distress signal. Our best guess is that there was a clash between a NIKKE squad and Raptures. Considering the absence of any further noise or smoke, there's a high chance that the entire squad has been wiped out. Even so, we have to save whoever we can. So as of now, we will be moving out to investigate the area. Servant will be joining us. As for why, I believe it has to do with caring for Tove's mental health. More like career canceling. Close enough. Career canceling. She has already found her place within the squad. I fail to see the need for this. However, if this is the decision you have reached, then I won't press any further. If I can be of any help, please let me know. Much appreciated. Now, let's move. If there are any survivors out there, we don't have any time to waste. Sometime later. Huh? The entire river is frozen solid. Queen, did you do this to stop the Queen of Hearts minions? That I did. So cool. Well, I'll cross first. Alice, wait. What? Tove has something to say. I do? Yes, you do. Oh, right. I do have something to say. It's just that, don't you think that crossing a frozen river without any kind of safety equipment is a bit dangerous? Tove picks up a small rock and throws it onto the frozen river. That dull thunk usually signifies that the ice won't break, but there's still a risk of splitting. Splitting? Slipping. Slipping. There's still a risk of slipping. With that being said, what if I were to modify your shoes? I can add a high friction material to the soles, creating a natural tread. What if she wants to skate? We could even use dried leaves to accomplish this effect. I think you lost them. What are y'all staring at? It'll take no more than 20 minutes, and this virtually guarantees a safe river crossing. I don't know. Can't we just skate across? Of course not. If you slip and fall, you could twist your ankle and take a nasty bump to the head. That's fine. I'll just do some somersaults and get back up again. But that's not the way to do this. I know that. Of course what you're saying is more rational. But if we want to save those people, time is of the essence. I think it's hard to throw away these habits, myself included. But I'll go first. Ludmilla starts running on top of the river. Although it looks as if she might topple over any moment, Ludmilla definitely navigates the frozen surface one step at a time, managing to maintain her balance the entire way, and successfully reaching the other side. I want to try it too. And I'll go next. First persuasion attempt failed. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't understand where I went wrong. I think it was because my method would have taken up precious time. Ludmilla basically said as much. Time is of the essence. The methods we employ are reckless, but they always allow us to save people and time. So it stands to reason that we continue using them. To that effect, if my proposed survival methods can save us time and allow us to rescue people more quickly, then they'll be accepted by the group. I think you're onto something. I knew you'd understand. Now, here's the thing. I want to try a slightly different approach. We'll prepare the necessary tools beforehand. Then we'll hand over the tools at the precise moment we need them. And voila! We can save time and make things easier for everyone. It's a win-win. What are you going to make? When dealing with extreme cold, there are 4 essential elements of survival. Water, food, fire, and shelter. I'm considering making something based on one or more of those 4 elements. Since I'm on guard duty tonight, I should have plenty of time to get the materials and whip up something. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't worry, I'm like a fish in water right now. You just sit back and watch this flow. Alright. The next morning. Are you hungry, servant? Seems so. Then let's stop and eat something. Alice, bring the emergency rations we brought from the base. I must have lost them at some point along the way. You do realize that you've still got food stains on your lips. Alice quickly wipes off the sauce around her mouth. We're in a real pickle now. We're going to have to forage what we can from our surroundings. Just a moment. What is it? Tove has a suggestion. Huh? Me? If not you, then who else? I do have a few thoughts, actually. I prepared something in case this might happen. When you're gathering food in the wilderness, you need a way to safely cook raw ingredients. I know that since you're all about speed, you wouldn't want to spend too much time cooking. Right. that I prepared beforehand. Tove takes out a stick with an oil-soaked rag wrapped around it. Wherever you are, plants, animals, or anything in between is on the menu. This bad boy will fire up and let you grill anything within 5 minutes flat. An interesting contraption indeed. You made this using materials you found out here. You betcha. Igniting is a stench as well. You see this part here? All you do is take the flint, give it a solid whack, and there you go. Is that some kind of magic wand? Something similar, let's say. At first glance it looks perfect, but I'm worried there's a risk of it breaking. I'm not one to put much trust in contraptions of any sort. Now you don't need to worry. The principle of it is... Actually, I'll just show you. Let's see. Is there anything around to eat? Here we go. Tove snagged something that was wriggling on a branch. Looks like a worm. If I were to hazard a guess, I'd say it's a distant relative of some kind. Although I'm no entomologist. Tove starts grilling it with the torch. Looks like it's getting a nice even cook. Tools like this can significantly improve our quality of life. Once we run a stick through this thing, we'll have ourselves a high-protein skewer. The flame on the torch suddenly goes out. Huh? What's happening? Maybe there wasn't enough oil in the cloth? That's impossible. I made all the calculations and used the precise amount of fuel. Just bad luck, that's all. I can start back up, no problem. Tove relights the fire. Huh, you see? Now we're back in business. The fire goes off once again. What in the world? That's the thing about tools. They're unreliable. Take my cell phone as an example. It breaks down the moment I touch it. So I can't rely on it when I need it most. Lidmila, every technology breaks in your hands. Your hands have some type of, like, EMP. It attracts all electricity and sucks it out of the machine. That's why we employ more reliable methods, even if they may be more dangerous. Lidmila rummages through the tangled brush, revealing small, bright red fruits. Here, let me go and find something. Ella scampers up a tree and brings down eggs from a bird's nest. It's finally time to eat. Tove, yawning, stretches out both her arms and rummages through the snow, managing to scrounge up a cluster of mushrooms. How are you all doing this? I was gonna say the same thing. Did you all study Survival 101 without me knowing? Or are you just super lucky? No, that can't be it. Luck's got nothing to do with it. At first we didn't really know much, but after going through various survival situations and experiencing hunger, instinct just kicked in. Instinct? That's impossible. That sounds nonsense. If you find that hard to accept, then let's just say our ample experience has turned into a solid knowledge base. Experience. Tove throws her torch on the ground. Second persuasion attempt failed. Welp. You okay, Tove? I think it may be best if I give up being a survival expert. I can't even impress my squad mates. What hope could I possibly have in making it in this harsh environment? If you want to be great at something, you've got to dedicate time to it. After all that training, I'm still not close to good enough. The world is an unforgiving place, that's for sure. If I take too much time to make the tools, I'm a failure. If the tools I make aren't 100% reliable, I'm a failure. To craft a tool using only natural material that could satisfy both of those conditions is next to impossible. I don't know what else I could possibly do. There is one other option, except the way that the others do things. I can't. I'm not stupid. I know I'm inexperienced and don't know a lot of things, especially in comparison to the rest of the squad. The only thing I am confident about is my ability to survive in the wild. That's the one thing I am certain no one can beat me in. If I throw that away, and blindly follow the way the rest of the squad operates, I'd become nothing more than an asinine rookie. Blindly following orders, without any mental sharpness or edges to me at all. That wouldn't be good for me, and it wouldn't be good for the squad either. So I cannot compromise on this. Absolutely not. Then the answer is obvious. Get back up, and give it another try. But I already failed twice. I don't know if they'll be willing to give me another chance. I'll make it happen. Thank you, but I still haven't come up with a solution. It's like I said, any tool made in the wild won't be efficient or reliable enough to satisfy them. That's not what's important. Huh? You're a survival expert, and the essence of survival is to save people, is it not? But I want to come up with something more discerning than what the others do. Is being smarter than them the only way to go? Think about why you joined the squad. Sorry, I've been too caught up with these notions of speed and reliability. I forgot my real goal. I'll excuse myself for a bit. I've got a few tools I want to make ahead of time. Tove grabs her backpack and rushes ahead. After a few steps, she turns around to look back at me. Survivalist. I'll succeed this time. Not in showing off to others, but in proving myself as someone capable of saving people. You've done so much to help me. I won't let you down. Sometime later, at the target location, there is a single NIKKE who is severely damaged and lying helplessly on the ground. This isn't good. Cold. At the belabored voice of the lone survivor, we all quickly approach her. We're unlimited. We're here to rescue you. I know this might be difficult, but please try to answer our questions. Where are your comrades? They couldn't hold on. They're gone. There's no point wasting time with the others then. We'll have to do our best to save her. Alice, can you check her condition? On it. Alice begins to check on the NIKKE. Uh-oh. The temperature fairy's warm spell has been dispelled. Are you saying her temperature sensor has been compromised? Yes, and her heart is damaged as well. Her core. Yes, normally the heart would be producing some sort of warmth, but I'm not sensing anything. She's in critical condition. You're right. If her temperature sensor is not working, and she's not generating power, then her brain will soon freeze, resulting in her death. Is there any way to save her? For now, the best option is to get her back to the base as soon as possible. There's no guarantee that will be a smooth journey back, however. Tove, do you have anything? Well, I did bring this. Tove takes something out of her backpack. A very important thing. Out of the backpack Tove produces a leather cape which has been filled with something. I found a puma on the way here. They have exceptionally thick fur, so I figured it would be perfect for keeping the heat in. In case that wasn't enough, I collected the feathers we plucked from the birds we ate yesterday, and used them as stuffing, along with some dried moss and leaves. Tove carefully wraps the cape around the NIKKE's shoulders. I've also got this. Tove hands over a flask filled with hot water. I was able to heat up some water from my failed torch. Thank you. I feel warmer already. That's great. But we're not out of the woods just yet. The important thing is that we get you back to the base. If we just threw you over our backs, there's a high chance that we wouldn't make it. And I made this. Tove pulls out another object from her backpack. It's an improvised stretcher. It's made from soft moss, netting, and discarded waterproof fabric. To be honest, I can't guarantee how reliable it will be, but it should be much safer than carrying her on our backs. What? What are y'all looking at? Actually, you don't have to say anything. I already know. I made it hard for you to have faith in me. Nothing I've done has been able to measure up to your methods. Even so, one of the main tenets of survival is to use all available resources at hand to accomplish what can't be done with your bare hands alone. What I'm trying to say is, even if you can't trust me fully, please try things my way just this once. Tove. What? I think you already convinced them. What do you mean? Look at them. So this is the pumpkin carriage that will escort the princess to the castle. Very well. Then I'll be the one to pull the carriage. I'll be the guide. I know a shortcut from here to the base. I'll keep collecting any dried moss we encounter along the way. There's a chance that some of it could fall out. What is this? I mean, I'm grateful, but I think they've accepted your methods. But none of these is as fast or foolproof as any of their methods. Tove. People who need to be rescued end up facing all manner of challenging circumstances. It's impossible for us to predict what can happen every time. We've always struggled when it comes to preparing emergency supplies in advance. But with our skills, I feel like we'll be able to adapt to any situation that's thrown our way. Of course, your way of doing things is a bit inefficient for my liking, but it will help us save people, and there's nothing more important than that. Tove. My hope is that you'll continue to use your unique gifts to make up for what the Unlimited Squad has been missing. Windmill strides past the dumbstruck Tove. Nicely done, Tove. You know, the way the squad operated used to be such a source of vexation for me. I tried everything I could to get them to change their ways, but I realize now that wasn't the point. Although we all have different viewpoints and utilize different methods, there's one same goal that we're all together in this one squad for. As long as I don't forget that, there's no need for to conform to my ways, or vice versa. You've seen the light. And I couldn't have done it without you. That's not to say I didn't have a large part of it as well. One of my positive qualities is that I'm a quick learner, and I still have so much to learn. Pat Tove on the head patty. Sometime later, I returned to the Ark. After catching up on the work that had piled up, I checked my PC. There's a video message. Hello, Survivalist. You're probably back in the Ark by now. Your absence is felt already. I can tell you that much. It worries me sometimes. Anyway, that's enough of me blabbering. I'll get to the juicy stuff that you're probably wondering about. The NIKKE we rescued from the last mission is slowly recovering. Maintaining her body temperature while transporting her made all the difference. That's what Ludmilla told me. You can imagine how proud I felt. Ahem. At any rate, I feel like I've been accepted more. Whenever I used to devise contraptions, all everyone did was question me. Now they all watch me inquisitively, and even put in requests, telling me to make this and that. It's nice, but I can't tell you how stressful the whole situation has been. Having to construct all this stuff isn't even the issue. It's that every time I finish something, Ludmilla ends up breaking it. Turns out that her hands are at odds with more than just machines. I was shocked. I know you must have been worried about me, but I think we can officially put a pin in my concern about my career path. That doesn't mean you get to forget about me entirely, though. A lot has happened. Personally, I think our relationship has grown. You're like a mentor, perhaps. Anyways, we share a deeper connection now. So if I have any concerns in the future, I'll go straight to you. Tove happily chats away. She has grown so much. I can imagine Unlimited will have a long and bright future, acting as a guiding force for the lost. Okay, so that is her Bond story. And the last thing we're gonna do for today is her favorite item story. Currently in the middle of building Tove, actually. For those who play NIKKE and don't know much about Tove, she is a burst 120 seconds, and she is more or less a requirement for the shotgun team. And only the shotgun team. She has uses otherwise, but her main role is shotgun team. That's her best team to be with. AKA Drake, aka the Bunny Girls as a pair, then also Summer Dorothy. She specializes in those teams, and I have the majority of Summer Dorothy's team, so building Tove to make her stronger. Also gives me more options for solo raids and that type of stuff. Okay, so we have 6 here. Let's see if we can finish by 11:30? Yeah. Let's see. Alright, all multi-purpose tool for all occasions. It certainly beats hauling around multiple tools. It is a bit small though, so it may not be the best for heavy-duty tasks. Still, it'll be good enough for simple stuff. Nice, no issues detected. Next up, the no muss, no fuss camping stove that I pieced together before. The only issue is that the flame would sometimes extinguish on its own, so I couldn't really depend on it. Having said that, it's a good thing Survivalist picked it up after I threw it away. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to boil water. I'm gonna make some adjustments so it's more dependable. Reinforcements required, check. Next up, it should be somewhere around here. Whoops! Oh no, I spilled it everywhere. I'll have to check later if it's still usable. I don't think it's totally broken though, I think. I found it. A fire starter that I picked up on the surface. And it showed up just in the nick of time too, precisely when I needed to make a fire during a mission. It saved my hide more than once since then. More reliable than flint, and more durable than a lighter. It's no wonder it's a time-tested survival essential that pops up all the time in those old reality programs. I still remember what a close call that was. I needed to make a signal fire, but all my ignition tools were either soaked or broken. If I hadn't stumbled upon this fire starter inside the blanket, I wouldn't have been able to make a fire. It's been good to me many times since then. This must have been a precious item for the others as well. I feel like this is referencing her side event. Like, she had her own event when she first came out. I haven't done it yet, actually. That was before I joined. I need to do that. Alright, time to check if it works. Let's see. Take the scraper, put it against the rod, and... scrape. Huh? I should be getting some sparks. It was working fine last time. Is it broken? Welp. How do you break a fire starter? That's why I came to see you, survivalist. So, you want to repair your fire starter? Exactly. It's incredibly important to me. Tove probably shows me what seems to be a metal rod with an orange handle and a shabby name tag attached to it. Isn't there somewhere in the arc that could fix it for you? I searched the entire arc up and down before coming here. And to no one's surprise, nobody there could help me. Why do you say to no one's surprise? No businesses in the Ark produce survival equipment. Nobody in the Ark needs it anymore. I see. Having said that, you can find stuff that's similar. Plenty of stores have outdoor gear in stock. If you're in the market for casual camping gear, you're set. Basic things like matches, lighters, or flashlights are easy enough to find. But serious survival gear like this fire starter? Nowhere to be found. Got it. Do you think it can be fixed? The actual repairs won't be that difficult. When you scratch this rod with the scraper, it'll create sparks. Unfortunately, the surface of the rod has been worn down. Here, touch it. Notice how it's all smooth. The principle of the fire starter is simple. You scrape the rod with this metal scraper to produce fine flecks of metal. When that makes contact with the air, it oxidizes and poof. Sparks fly. If the rod's surface is smooth, it means there's no more metal left to scrape. That's why it doesn't produce sparks anymore. Probably. Probably? Well, there was a minor incident recently that may have damaged it somewhat. But it shouldn't be ruined to the point of being unusable. If Guy vs. Wild says it's fine, it shouldn't be an issue. That host, Grizzly Grills, is never wrong. If that guy says so, then it's probably right. You know about him too. Half the knowledge I've accrued has been from old reality shows. I picked up a ton of survival know-how for when you're stranded in the wild. There's one show by this guy named Ed Caneford. His specialty is surviving in the middle of nowhere. I swear these are actual references. He and Grizzly Grills have different approaches, so watching them both covers all your bases. If you watch an episode of one show, it's good to follow it up with an episode of the other show. For example, the first episode of Guy vs. Wild Season 2 is about escaping from a desert. And then in Stranded Season... Anyway, you want to repair that fire starter, right? Oh, yes, that's right. And you assumed I know how to fix it? I thought if anyone would know, it'd be you. You have so much experience on the surface and tons of survival knowledge. Even if you didn't know, I figured you might introduce me to someone who does. So, could you help me out? Well, I may be an expert on survival up on the surface, but I don't know everything. However, I might know someone who will know how to fix it for you. Oh, I knew I could count on you. That's why I respect you so much. Alright, should we head over there? Yeah, let's go right away. Yep, mighty tools. The fix-all, know-all. Hey, boss. See, you brought Tove with you. Hey, Senti. Hello, Senti. How have you been? I've been great. What about you, Tove? I haven't seen you since Leader banned you from coming after you made some strange gadgets in the workshop. That did happen. Yeah, about that. That was meant to be a minimalist survival tool. When Leader stormed in and started screaming at you, I was afraid for my own life too. I had no idea. I'm pretty sure that happened in one of the outpost scenes. She was hanging out with Senti and making a lot of contraptions with materials that Leader needed for her job. Yeah, it was quite a scene. Ever since then, whenever I see Tove, I always make sure Leader isn't nearby. But don't worry, Leader is out on business trip, so you're safe. Good to know. Anyway, seeing as the boss is with you, I assume you're here on important business. And I'm being watered. Naps are nice. I just woke back up again. Head pat the Dima. If you need me to make or fix anything, just say the word. Okay. How about this? Tove hands his fire starter to Senti. You think it'd be possible to fix this? What's this? Senti takes the fire starter and inspects it from numerous angles, fiddling with its various parts. I see. Aha! Did you find something? I certainly did. Judging by the residual metal on this rod here, I'd say this is a tool for starting fires. Bingo. Its composition isn't terribly complicated. In fact, it's a rather simple setup. An alloy rod and a scraper, that's it. The alloy rod wears down the more you use it, so it's somewhat akin to the lead in a pencil. As long as you replace the rod, you'll be able to use this fire starter in no time. Unfortunately, you're now sweating because your room is a sauna. Wonderful. At least you got some rest, though. Blast the fan on yourself. I knew it, my hunch was spot on. You see, those reality shows never lie. Where can we get a new rod? Unfortunately, you can't find something like this in the art anymore. My throat is slowly dying. A lot of reading today. There's nowhere that carries a part like this these days. I figured as much. Everyone I asked had no idea where to get one either. That's why we came to you. Mighty Tools can craft anything. That's precisely right. Mighty Tools can create any tool you need. We're practically omnipotent. To make this rod, we'll need the proper equipment to smelt metal. Mix it in precise portions, then cast and cool the alloy. We'll also need the manpower to carry out the entire process. Fortunately, Mighty Tools has all of that, as long as we have the right materials. Making a replacement alloy rod won't be a problem at all. So does that mean... That's alright. We can make it. We can't make it. We don't have the materials. Oh, what? You sounded so confident. I thought you were gonna say it'd be fine. The actual process of making it isn't the issue. Then what is? Isn't this the part where you tell us how you'll be able to get started right away? I'd love to say that to you, trust me. However, there's one fatal problem that's stopping us. What's that? It's simple. We don't have the materials. Oh. Sounds straightforward enough. To make the alloy rod, we need what are called rare earth elements. They're not commonly used materials, so we only bring them in when we need them. Bacillus has a monopoly over all the rare earth elements that are inside the Ark. So if we're not able to get the materials that we need from them, it'll be impossible for us to craft the alloy required for a new rod. So we have to procure from Bacillus HQ. Is that even possible? I highly doubt they'll be willing to part with it. Pretty doubtful. I'm sure they'd be willing to sell it to you for the right price. And what would that be? Leader handles all of our orders here, so I wouldn't know. Looks like we're paying a visit to Bacillus HQ. Yeah, seems like our only option. Thanks for the help, Senti. No problem. Once Leader lifts your ban, feel free to drop by anytime. Sure. We're not made of money. Yeah, we should be able to do this by 3:30 VOD, so 11:30. Oh man, so nervous. Why does my heart start racing every time I come here? I feel like hapless prey standing before an apex predator. I get what you mean. I feel the same whenever I had to submit documents to the central government offices. Wow, so you feel the same way too sometimes? Being evaluated is always nerve-wracking. It's the exact same feeling whenever I showcase my latest handmade tools to everyone else in Unlimited. As for why I'm so nervous right now, could it be because I pestered Bacillus so much to put me on Unlimited? And I ended up in a squad I wasn't originally assigned to as a result. It could be. Yeah, maybe. Oh, hey cutie. Hey Tove. Fancy running into you guys here. Howdy, Maxwell. Hey Maxwell, what are you doing here? Me? Oh, just cleaning up another mess those ignoramuses made. Ouch. I hope it wasn't anything dangerous. Nah, it's nothing serious. Just them getting up to their usual antics. Those guys never learn. I'm glad it wasn't anything major. I was worried that someone had gone hurt or a room collapsed. I think it did. Looks like that's what happened. Those knuckleheads did get hurt, and our dorm room is no longer standing. But if you ask me, that's nothing compared to the mental damage I've suffered. Wait, is everything alright? It's fine. This isn't the first time, and it certainly won't be the last. Those goobers are tough as nails. A little scrape won't faze them. No, I meant you, Maxwell. Are you okay? It sounds like you've been through a lot. If only my squad members were half as considerate as you, Tove. So what did you come here for? Alright, I got sidetracked. Can you take a look at this? Tove hands the fire starter to Maxwell. A fire starter? Well, you recognize it right away. We find them occasionally during our missions on surface, especially in places formerly inhabited by humans. I even examined the alloy on the rod once because it seems unique. Then you must know what it's made of. Of course. As expected for someone from Matisse. If that's the case, is there any way we could buy some materials from you? Sure, that's doable. Survivalist. There's this feeling in my chest, like it's about to burst. It's this joy I feel. After searching high and low all through the Ark and the outpost, I finally found a way to fix my precious fire starter. Congrats. I couldn't have done it without your help. I barely did anything. This is possible thanks to your persistence. I hate to spoil the mood, but do you have enough credits? How much do I need? Well, the alloy needed for this rod contains rare earth elements. And to produce a rod of this size, I'd say it'll set you back about this much. Maxwell chose to calculate amount on her device. Are you being serious? As serious as a heart attack. That's more credits than I've spent on every survival tool in my life combined. Why is it so expensive? They're called rare earth elements, not find them anywhere elements. The mines near the Ark dried up long ago, so now we have to send resource gathering squads to far off locations to excavate for them. On top of that, rare earth elements are a strategic resource. Therefore, the central government entrusts Mystilis with a strict oversight. As a result, it's priced accordingly, and is hardly something the average person can afford. Oh man. I'm guessing you don't have enough credits. If that's the case, I'd suggest giving up on the notion of making the alloy yourself. But I have to fix this fire starter. It holds so many important memories from me. Soup, hello Regin. Nice to see you again. Hopefully you're doing well. But why go through the trouble of making the alloy? All you have to do is replace the rod, right? Yeah, but if you want a replacement rod, I need the alloy. No, you're not following. What you need isn't the alloy, but another rod altogether. Right, one that's already been made. Wouldn't that solve your problem? But I've searched all over the Ark and there's none left. Sure, that goes without saying. Then how are we supposed to find one? Weren't you listening to me? On the surface. And up we go. I appreciate you stopping by, Regin. We're currently blasting through Tove's favorite item cutscenes. After we're done with that, we're gonna be wrapping up for today because I have a time that I need to finish by for today, unfortunately. So here, per Maxwell's advice, Tove and I are on the surface in search of a replacement for the fire starter. We maneuver our way through a ruined city. It's all so simple when I think about it now. I found this one on the surface before, so it stands to reason that I should search for a replacement in the same place. Feels like I had to take a pretty long detour before figuring that out, though. Circuitous path is a path all the same. I guess you're right. Whether you take the time... I'm also losing the ability to read. I guess you're right. Whether you take the long or short route, you still end up in the same spot. I found a way to fix my fire starter, and that's what matters. Is there a specific reason you chose to start with this place? I figured the odds of us finding something here would be highest. What makes you think that? Take a look around you. This used to be a city. Cities have infrastructure built to help people survive. The buildings here were designed to protect the inhabitants from external threats. It's okay, I appreciate you. Aw, thank you. I appreciate everyone in chat as well. More supplies are accumulated in urban areas as well, so it's relatively easy to find what you need. Most people don't have the knowledge required to survive in harsh environments. If disaster were to strike, they'd be most likely to try and stay in places they find familiar. Ergo, when the first Rapture invasion hit, and some couldn't make it to the Ark, people most likely ran to cities like this in order to survive. Sorry, did that get too heavy? No, it's fine. I must say, you get awfully serious when you talk about survival. Really? I think I used to be a bit cavalier when it came to survival. For the longest time, it was something I only saw in TV shows or read about in books. But after working with everyone in the Unlimited Squad to rescue survivors at the northern base, and going through all sorts of other disasters, my outlook changed. I started to realize that survival isn't some cool-sounding fantasy. It's reality. Although, to be honest, I still sometimes feel like I'm unqualified to talk about this stuff. What do you mean? You're already an accomplished survival expert, or don't worry, that'll change soon enough. Let's go with the first option. What do you mean? You're already an accomplished survival expert. If that's what you think, maybe it really is true. But I'm still convinced I've got a lot to learn from the other members of my squad. They truly are amazing. I really admire how they can handle missions in those extreme conditions at the northern base. Whenever my tools actually help them out, it gives me a real sense of pride. It also makes me feel I should work harder than I do. Everyone knows that you work hard. You should be proud. You think so? Alright, let's start looking for a fire starter. Let's check inside that building first. Tove walks briskly into a building which is visible straight ahead. Inside one of the rooms of the building Tove entered, there are still traces left behind from the previous inhabitants. Looks like someone stayed here briefly then left. How do you know that? Little things. Here, do you see this? Tove points to a slightly scorched spot on the floor. The fire was lit here, but there are still plenty of things around that could have been used as firewood. That tells me they didn't stay here for long. Look at that. Tove runs to a bag left in a corner of the room and rummages through it. It's a survival bag. There are still plenty of consumables inside. That means it's got to be here somewhere. I found it. Tove smiles brightly and pulls out the item in question from the bag. It's a fire starter. That was a lot easier to find than expected. So this is the last scene. Decoy's been set up. Food secured. 10 pitched. Late at night. Having decided to stay here for the night, Tove skillfully sets about preparing the camp. The only thing left now is to start a fire. Luckily, there's plenty of wood around. We just need some tinder and kindling to get everything started. Survivalist, can you handle that while I stack the firewood? Sure, I'll see what I can find. Thanks. Following Tove's instructions, I walk around the building in search of tinder and kindling. Eventually finding a pillow and a few books. Well, gotta burn them. When I return, Tove is intently writing something on her fire starter. What are you doing? Oh, back already. I'm just making some adjustments to my fire starter. Looks like you're writing something. Ugh, you saw that. Oh boy, it's kind of embarrassing to explain. I was writing the name of the person who originally owned this replacement rod that I used. I guess it's kind of a ritual. Or perhaps it's my own way of showing respect. Tove looks embarrassed. Tove, looking embarrassed, shows me the writing name tag attached to the fire starter. A plethora of different names are written on it. However, none of the names overlap with each other. When I first picked up this fire starter, these names were already written like this. To be honest, they're a bit of a mystery. Maybe they're the names of people who previously owned this fire starter. Or maybe a person wrote them to remember someone, just like what I'm doing now. Regardless, the one thing I'm sure of is that whoever wrote these names, they didn't want them to be erased. I wanted to carry on that tradition, which is why I'm writing down this person's name. It's a bit weird, I know. No. Thank you. Well then, let's light the fire. I'll use the stuffing from the pillow you brought as tinder. If I place the fire starter here and scrape this rod with a scraper, when Tove scrapes the newly replaced alloy rod, a bright cluster of sparks erupts. The sparks soon ignite the tinder, then the kindling, and eventually set the firewood ablaze. And voila! It's that easy. It's a bit more work than using a lighter or matches, but the fact that it's sturdier is a major advantage. Anyway, now that we've got a fire going, what do you say we get our grub on? As the warmth of the campfire slowly spreads throughout the room, Tove and I heat up the food that we prepared. Nothing beats a nice warm meal. Using open flame as a means of cooking is fundamental to human survival. That's why fire starting tools are so critical. Couldn't agree more. I knew you'd understand, survivalist. The fire feels good.
こうして座って火を見ていると
Sitting like this, staring into the fire.
心まで温かくなる気がしませんか
It warms not only my body, but my heart too.
昔これを使っていた人たちも同じぬくもりを感じたんでしょうね
I wonder if the previous owners of this fire starter felt the same warmth. Tove grips the fire starter, speaking softly.
こうしていると
When I sit here like this,
昔の人たちと同じ経験や感情を共有している気がします
it feels like I'm sharing the same experience as those people, feeling their feelings. Maybe it's because of the memories left behind by those who used it before.
これにですか
You think so? They say precious items are partially imbued with the essence of their owners.
だとしたら昔これを使っていた人たちも本当に大切にしていたんでしょうね
Then the people who used this before must have really valued it. They must have.
ですよね
Why isn't your name on the tag, Tove?
私の名前ですか
My name?
ここに私の名前を書くなんて無理です
Do you think it's okay for me to write my name on it? You cherish that tool, don't you?
もちろんですとっても大切にしています
Of course. It's incredibly important to me. Then you absolutely deserve to have your name on it. Just like the others who valued it before. You're a survival expert living on the surface, just like they were.
生存者様
Survivalist.
その
Then...
では私の名前を書くついでに
While I'm at it,
生存者様のお名前も一緒に書いても
can I also write your
いいです
name?
か
Aw, that's an honor, Tove. My name? Why?
私と一緒に歩き回ってくれましたし
You helped me repair it.
生存者様も私と同じ地上で生きるサバイバル専門家ですから
And you're also a survival expert living on the surface. Like me.
なので私に名前を書く資格があるのなら
If I deserve to have my name written on this,
生存者様にもその資格があります
then you must assuredly do too.
それに生存者様の名前も消えずに残っていてほしいんです
I also want to make sure that your name doesn't get lost with time. Aww. Alright, go ahead and add my name too.
はい
Alright.
わかりまし
Tove carefully writes both our names on the old name tag attached to the fire starter. Once she's finished, she sheepishly shows me her handiwork.
ここに書かれた名前が絶対に忘れられないよう 必ず生き残りましょうね。
Let's make sure that the names written on this tag are never forgotten. We must survive, no matter what. That's wholesome. Both of the favorite item scenes were very wholesome. One of them was a bit saucy, just a little bit, but they're both very wholesome. I enjoyed them. And that is exactly 3:30 for the VOD. Unfortunately, I do have to wrap it up here. Let's see, who's gonna greet us out? Hello, Siren. Okay, how many do we have right now? For the people currently here, feel free to scatter, do whatever you need to do. As always, hopefully everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Take care of yourselves. Appreciate everyone that stopped by, especially the lurkers. I will be back tomorrow at, I don't know what time, honestly. If I'm doing something with Demon, it's anywhere from 6 p.m. PST to the usual. So assume 6, but no idea what we're doing. We'll figure it out then. And other than that, next week is the usual time slots besides Tuesday, continuing the Pokemon Nuzlocke we were doing this week.
このドレスを着て待っていれば王子様が来てくれるかも。
So, until tomorrow, until next time, see ya, bye bye.